All right, so usually I record these Mindset Mondays in the car, but it's nighttime and y'all couldn't see me earlier. So I'm on my couch and I'm at home, and I wanted to drop this because this topic that I'm going to talk about right now, came up in conversations this week, and it just reminded me of who I am and why I am who I am and how I got here, etc. And I'm gonna actually get my coffee. But so if you try to do anything, you are gonna fail. And what I mean by that is in my other podcast episode, I talk about making quick decisions and why making fast decisions will benefit you in the long run. And even if you make the wrong decision, God's going to put you on the right path eventually. Even if it takes longer because you made the wrong decision at first, eventually you'll be on the right path towards the right decision that God wants you to be on. So, the worst thing, I'm just summarizing the other podcast episode, the worst thing that you can do is not make a decision and let the world or whatever situation that is make the decision for you. You should be in control of your decisions. If you make the wrong decision, deal with the consequences. Make the decision, do it fast, and live with the consequences. And go. Be active. Do that. I digress. So when it comes to trying, right? Try is a failure word. When you try to do something, you kind of already have this preconceived notion in your head, like if I'm just trying it, then I'm okay with not succeeding. That's not a high level way to achieve anything. I'm not gonna try to do something. I'm gonna decide to do something. If there's something you desperately want, you're not just gonna try to do it. You decide to do it. Like, oh, I'm gonna try to lose weight. You're not gonna try to lose weight. If you try to lose weight, you're not gonna lose any weight. You're not gonna eat right at all. If you just try to eat better, you're just gonna have a couple of cheat meals here and there. If you decide to eat better, if you decide to quit smoking, if you decide to get in the gym, then you already know what I'm going to say. You have to make the decision. Stop using the word try. Just throw it out of your vocabulary. Don't even let it consume your beliefs. Your beliefs turn to actions, and that becomes your reality. Your thoughts turn into your beliefs. Your beliefs turn into actions, and your actions turn into your reality. So if you're thinking that I'm going to try to do something, you believe you'll only be able to try, and your actions will follow that as well. And your reality is you didn't achieve it because you started with your thought. On the other hand, I decide to do something. It's 2026 now. January 2022, I decided, that's 4 years ago, I decided to do 75 hard. Shout out Andy Frisella. If I tried to do 75 hard, I would have flunked, like, and not have picked it up again. I made the decision, no matter how hard it's going to be, no matter what obstacles or distractions come your way, if you decide to do something, you have to do it. I don't just try to be a basketball player. I don't just try to show up to practice. I decide to show up to practice. There's days where I'm terrible. There's days where I'm not at my best. But if I just try to be a basketball player, I'm not going to be on any team very long. I decide to make the commitment. And I think that's where a lot of our mindset and beliefs need to shift. The next time you think about something that you want to do or accomplish, or even like break a habit, or like the other way, don't try to stop something bad. Decide you're going to do it. A lot of you guys know I like reading books. And there's a part of me that when I first started trying to read books, I told myself, like, okay, I'm going to read a little bit, every week. Or I started with every day, and I was like, okay, I'll try to read every week. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to finish this book by this time, and like not really put any deadlines or like hard sells on myself what to do. I feel like this is a weird angle. I can't believe I'm sitting like this on camera. But the moment that I decided that I would read every single day, and I made sure that I even have a habit tracker on my phone. I write it down on my journal every single day. Well, not my journal, my planner. I write it in my planner every single day, that I decide that I'm going to read 10 pages of a book every single day. If I tell myself I'm going to try to read every day, I'm not going to read every day. I decided to make a specific goal, which requires me to take a specific action. Therefore, I decide to do something, and it's literally February, and so far this year, I've read 10 pages of a book every single day. And that's the minimum. And some days I read more. And my streak started months before January, but I don't go a day without picking up a book. And there's some days where it's late and I'm like, I don't feel like reading. I should just go to bed or whatever. I made the decision on how I want my life to be and what I think will help me and things that I will benefit from. Long story short, if you make the decision to do something, your life will drastically change. You will accomplish the things that you are finally thinking about doing. You will finally be able to accomplish those big dreams and those big achievements that you've been dying to overcome. It starts with you simply just deciding to do the work.